Hey gang, so I finally got my hands on a Magnus Dimple. I gotta say, I love it. So let's not even bother with the whole like, am I gonna like it? Am I not gonna like it? No, I love it. This thing is amazing. I've already recorded the breakdown of it. So not only am I gonna open it up and walk you through it, but I am going to pull out every magnet and show you how to redo all of your magnets in the easiest way possible. I was completely afraid of swapping out magnets when I first started working with these things, and I still always got the polarity wrong. And the biggest fear was, what if all the magnets come out? What if I have to replace all the magnets? So that's where we're going to go from today. And honestly, once you figure it out, and I've had tons of help over the last few months, Zachary Butcher, of course, talking about magnet polarity and stuff all the time. He's got some great videos on them. You should go check them out. So I thought I would kind of try my own at it, sort of like in my own words and my own experience. So between me and Zach's videos, hopefully you get an absolutely solid understanding of how to swap out magnets. So yes, it's a Dimple review, but it's also just a swapping out magnet tip trick video at the same time. I think. Anyways, okay, let's go. Okay, here is the beautiful Dimple. I actually got this in a trade. I ended up trading the chonker for this. I found the chonker just too big for my hands and really wanted to try the Dimple. And the guy that I traded with actually found this one a bit too small, so it was perfect. And I mean, who cares what one is exactly worth versus the other? We both ended up with sliders we were really happy with. This thing, man, oh man, I love this. The first time I saw this reviewed was Mel on EDC Fidget. I watched her review of it. She loved it. She talked about it being perfect. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sold yet, but I do like Mel's opinion on sliders and stuff. So when this came up as an option for trade, I was all over it, and I am not disappointed. Now, I modified this to give it the rattle so that you can hear the 3 clicks going up. I took out the little gaskets inside the magnets, and that gives it its rattle. This thing is amazing. Like, I play with this all the time. I like this so much that I go against my golden rule of never bringing something in the car that can separate. I love this so much. And I will say, when I drive and I have this in one hand, I keep my hand like right over like the cup holder. So it's like if this thing drops, it's going into the cup holder. But it's so perfect, I find. I love, for one, I'm an edge pusher, and I love the edges on this. They're not too high, but they are enough that I can wrap my finger on the bottom, I can wrap my thumb around the top, and there's enough grip on the top here too that I get that extra help when I'm pushing this up. For pure sliding people, it may not be for them, right? Because it's a little tough when you're just relying on the texture on top. And even though people do upgrade the magnets, this, these are still strong. Even though the people do like upgrading the magnets, even with the weaker magnets, it can be like a struggle, pushing this if you're just using the surface of it. So being able to dig in, to me, is the only way I can do these. But doing that means there's zero resistance. I can compare this with my Wave, and you may have noticed this thing moved a little bit, and that's because as I backed my chair out, I kicked the camera stand, which is awesome. So that's why it moved. But the thing about the Wave is that I have to use it asymmetrically so that I can actually get purchase on the top and on the bottom. But when I do that, it's so hard laddering when you got like a camera right above your hand. But when I do that, it feels really nice. Now, I'm probably going to be selling this or trading it, but it feels so good in the hand. Sometimes I go, do I really want to? I don't know. But I think I might. I'm debating. So anyways, this is, yeah, stop playing with that one. So the dimple. The dimple is fantastic. Now, I mean, if you've seen one, you know, if you've seen one Magnus slider, you've seen the inside of all of them. But, well, that came out wrong, didn't it? If you've seen the inside of one Magnus slider, you've seen the inside of all Magnus sliders. However, I know some people still like to see that. So why don't we open it up? The first thing I'm going to do is turn my chair around, not hit the camera stand, and I'm going to get my metal tray. Okay. Now, let me make sure I have the right bit here. Okay, I do. So, again, I have taken the gaskets out of here, the little rubber O-rings, so the magnets slide around. But it is, I know some people still like to see them opened up, so let's just do it. Now, what's nice about this cork, and again, this is not a Tinker Force tray. In one of my other videos, I talk about, I don't know if I'll have posted that yet or not, but the contrast of the trays make it a little bit, the contrast of the cork pattern makes it a little bit tough on the camera's autofocus. It always wants to focus on the tray instead. So I ended up buying this yoga block made out of cork, and it's a much softer cork pattern. Okay, so we've got our lid. I'm going to pop it down. And that's it. Those are our magnets. And as you can see in here, I took out the spacers, the little rubber O-rings, so the magnets hop a little bit. Now, this happens. I'm gonna make this a bit of a learning moment. There are tons of videos on how to, I shouldn't say tons, but there's a lot now. A lot of videos on how to change out your magnets or how to fix your magnets. But I feel like it's always helpful to kind of reinforce it and to remind people. So let's do this. And we're just gonna, oh, they don't even want to come out now. Come on out, boys. All right. Okay. So how do you figure out the polarity of your magnets? If you are putting this back in just by using a piece of metal and a magnet, you have a 50-50 chance of doing it wrong. Wow, that lighting is tough in that spot, isn't it? But you have a 50-50 chance of doing it wrong. And that's because these magnets will stick to anything. You have to know what the polarity is on the opposite side. So what we do is take your one side that's already good, take the other side that's empty, and put it on top. Now you could, if you want, you could just kind of put this up here and go, oh, that works, that's the side. But what people get messed up in is they do this and they go, oh, okay, and then they've automatically done it wrong. So what you can do to make sure you never go wrong is, this is the inside of one plate. Put the two Zerk plates facing each other so that you have the magnet holes, and now you can figure out which side is wrong. That side is wrong. That's correct. And then as I'm placing them in, I know I'm doing them on the right side. I'm not using the metal tray for the magnet alignment here. I am simply using the other half underneath it. It doesn't matter that it's on the tray. It could be off the tray at that point. It doesn't matter. I just had it there and I probably should have taken it off to make that more clear. But here we are. So the magnets are in place now, and now I can put them back together. However, let's go completely crazy and start from the very beginning. So let's say you're playing with your magnets and they go nuts on that side. And oh my God, is he going to do it? Let's get both sides off. And let's say you have just created a total disaster. Okay. We are going to start from absolute scratch here. Okay. No magnets. So what do you do in this case? If you have some of them in the plates, some of them aren't in the plates, stack them all up into one column, okay? And start from scratch. If you start from scratch, then the polarity doesn't matter. You can start on this side, you can turn it around and start on this side. It does not matter. Now, to just make things easier though, this is again where we bring in our metal plate, okay? So that the magnets have something to stick to. But again, you can see the polarity works both ways when it's hitting a non-magnetic surface. So people kind of get confused about, well, what's the polarity and what do I do? In the beginning, anything. As long as you're working with a single stack and you start from here. Okay, we're just going to stack them on because the polarity is the same. We know the polarity is consistent through this because they're all stacked in one direction, right? Okay, we have our starting point now. This is our starting configuration on one side. So then I just take it and close it up. And I don't even need the metal tin anymore. I probably should have made this a separate video, but it's kind of in here now. So I guess I'm going to have to get clever with the title. Oh, come on, buddy. There we go. Okay, we now have one side. So then you take your empty plate, put it on the other side, and now you check your other. Oh, see, that's not working. It's pushing off. So I turn it around. Now it's attracted. So now I know my polarity is correct. There. And I separate. And one screw. Two screws. Three screws. That's it. So anytime you open up a plate and if your magnets go flying and you have one solid side, use it as your reference. Put the other plate on top of it, sort your magnets out that way. If you, for some reason, have both sides open and all the magnets go flying, then start from scratch. Don't try to salvage anything. Just put them all into a single stack and lay down your 6 that way or 8 that way, and then use that as your base. Okay, so this has been a review of the Dimple and a public service announcement on how to fix your Magnus magnets. Oh, I almost said maggots. All right, thanks for watching, guys.